Hey everyone, very warm welcome to this interview with Tracy. Now, Tracy joined my program, I think it was about a year ago, and she's got some unbelievable results. So I wanted to just do a quick interview with her so you could get a little insight into her story, understand how she managed to get her results, and I think you're going to find this really, really valuable. So Tracy, it's a pleasure to be here with you.
Hi Ollie, yeah, pleasure to be with you, yeah.
Awesome. So I wanted to ask, before you jumped in and decided to start your Amazon business, and before you decided to join the training and get started, did you have any doubts or fears about, whether it was really going to work or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously having seen your training advertised on Facebook, the usual doubts of things like that, is it for real? When I pay the money, is it, when you say there's action steps, is there really going to be that? Or is there going to, one of the things I was worried about was that even if there are action steps, I was worried that would they be explained enough, or would I need lots of prior knowledge? So although you are technically giving action steps, I wouldn't really know what to do. And the other key thing for me, I think at the time as well, was the time aspect, because I really was looking for something that would work from 10 till 2, really, so I could pick the children up for school, drop the children at school, and I could still fit it in, around that.
Yeah, there's definitely common fears, like, is everything going to be explained properly? Is it going to be simple enough for someone who hasn't, had hundreds of businesses before, like isn't necessarily a serial entrepreneur? But then you somehow decided to join, got some results, and let's talk a little bit about the sales that you've made since making that decision, overcoming those slight doubts and diving in. So what's happened over the past year?
Okay, yeah, so I joined the program in April last year, so we're just over a year now, and my total sales on Amazon are just over £22,000.
Wow, that's awesome. £22,000 in sales. So for those of you watching in America, that's around about 27,000 US dollars, I believe. And yeah, for the first year, that's pretty incredible, because if you think about it, a lot of businesses actually go into the red and make a loss in their first few years before they surface. Like if you were to buy a McDonald's, I think it takes about 5 years for you to even, get £1 of profit. So it's pretty incredible that you managed to go from nothing to that result in the first year. So what would you say was a benefit you got from the training that enabled you to get such great results?
Well, for me, I do, even though I'm really enthusiastic about things, I do tend to procrastinate. And I think one of the best things about the training was you literally start with, you need to send your first box in within the first 2 weeks. And there's the exact action steps, even screenshots, the whole lot. You're literally walked through step by step, setting up your Amazon account, for how to find the products, what kind of products to look for, everything you need. So the Amazon app, and it's all simple stuff, and it's all explained really well. And just the fact that you've got that and the challenge to go, right, you need to do this within the first 2 weeks. I think that's it. You get those small wins early on, and straight away you're like, yeah, this works, this is going to work. And all you need to do is just keep turning the handle and carrying on doing it. So yeah, that for me. And the other thing as well, I think very much, is the mindset training as well at the very beginning. Because at first I thought I was a bit kind of, rolls eyes, here we go. But actually that it is super important, because actually, that helps you, not just the challenge of getting on and getting your products in as soon as possible, but it actually helps you, get over that procrastination and actually get on and, do the work, and, realize that you can get on and do it. And joining in with the group as well. So
100%.
Yeah, lots of support. Yeah.
Some people, when they join a program, How to Build a Business, sometimes they have the misconception that they're going to have 5 million in their bank sort of the next day, just because they joined the program. Obviously,
I'm disappointed, but 22,000 will do.
You certainly have to put the work in. So yeah, when you have a mindset training in the beginning, I think it just gets people in the right frame of mind. That must have been one of the things that really put you in the right frame of mind to get results. So I don't know if you can remember, but do you remember how long it took you after joining the program until you got your first sale?
Yeah, so it was a few days before I started the training, and then I sent my first box in within the two weeks, like I was challenged to, and I think it was literally like a day or two after they got processed into the warehouse that my first sale happened, and I was
Right.
amazed. I still I really didn't believe this is going to work, and and there they pop on the graph, and you get your sales going, and so long as you do exactly what you've said in the action steps, you've looked for a product that's gonna, that there's a big enough difference between what you're buying it for and what you're going to be selling it on Amazon for, and taking into account obviously the seller fees, which is all explained, and that the seller ranking's good. Obviously, it's then statistics and numbers, and there's so many people buying stuff on Amazon that if it's got a good seller ranking, it will sell.
That's fantastic. So a couple of days after sending in your box,
Mm-hmm.
you made a sale. That's so encouraging for people because, with so many opportunities out there, they'll start a business, they'll be sending traffic to some website or selling something, and, it can take months before you get any results. So getting a sale within a couple of days just proves that this stuff is real. So I'd like to hear just a little bit more about you and your background. So what was your aim with getting the business started? Like, why did you want to build an Amazon business? I mean, did you want to run it part-time, or did you want to have it as a full-time thing, or did you do it in addition to your job, or like, what was the reason behind starting the business?
Right. Well, I was I was an electronic engineer in the TV industry
Oh,
a
cool.
long time ago, pre-children.
Right.
But we decided between us I wanted to be a stay-at-home mum, and once the children were at school, I wanted to be doing something more, and there just doesn't seem to be much available in terms of jobs that have properly flexible working hours, or that you can do kind of around school hours, apart from actually working in a school. And also my husband has some health problems as well, and so it's very difficult. If I had a normal job, the amount of time I would have had to have had off, I probably would have lost the job, or it depends what kind of thing they were doing. But so obviously that's a big issue for me. And me and my husband had always said for ages, well, if we could just invent the perfect product, if we could just come up with this brilliant idea, we'll get it made, and then we could make our millions on Amazon or eBay, or whatever, selling stuff online. And we just never came up with that incredible idea. And what really drew me to the first Facebook advert I saw for your course was that it was talking about finding the perfect product for selling. And of course, looking into that then and getting your perfect private label PDF, and it made me realise that actually you don't need to invent something new. All you need to do is actually improve on something that people are buying anyway, but aren't necessarily that happy with because it's not the greatest, but they need it anyway. And amazing ideas for how to find products that will sell, but without having to invent stuff. And I could really see that actually this is a really good way of getting going. And although I haven't actually, I've got my first private label that's on its way into Amazon at the moment, so that's really good. but I started off with retail arbitrage, and that's one of the things I really love about the course, actually, is to help you understand how to use Amazon and to see how it all works. There are other ways in without having to go down the private label route to start with. So I've been going on doing that, and what was I saying? So getting into it, I'm wanting something that would fit around school hours, and obviously it offers that flexibility. So obviously, if my husband does have any more health problems, one, we wouldn't have any money worries, and two, I can, if I need to, drop everything and go and visit in the hospital, go and do whatever needs to be done.
That's so cool, and it's so encouraging that there's probably a lot of stay-at-home mums watching this, and they're looking for that part-time thing that fits in. But like you say, so many companies just aren't willing to be flexible and offer something that really works. They want full-time, they want you in the office, they want you commuting, and it just doesn't fit. So Amazon could be a great alternative way to build income. And the great thing about it is you can take it to whatever level you want. If you want to just do it part-time and bring in a few thousand a month, you can. If you want to scale it up to 7 figures, you can do that as well. But it's totally up to you how far you take it. And it's just great proof that it works. All right, Tracy. So thanks so much for this conversation. There should be a link if anyone's watching this who wants to dive in and get some more training on how to actually get started. You can click the link, whether it's above or below the video or to the side, whatever it is. You should see it on this page. And yeah, really can't wait to help you with your journey. All right, thanks, Tracy.
Thanks, bye.
Awesome.